John Adler, California, Arizona Warrior. I'm back investigating the light rail. Just saw one train come into the station here, and there was absolutely no security on the train. I see no security at the station. There's another train coming. Let's see if there's any security guards on it. So I just did a video getting stopped for not having a light on a new bike I just bought. But as you can see, like serious crime, like thugs cutting people's heads off on trains. There's no police on the trains protecting anybody's safety. See, no police on that one, and they get tens of millions a year. Probably over $1 billion. It's ridiculous. And there's no security at this station. I've only seen them a few times checking for fare evasion. No police protecting people's safety. Now I'm on my way to the location where the cops stopped me for not having my bike light on. I'm going to see if they're actually there enforcing traffic violations on other people or if they're targeting me. So I'm going to look into that, because I think they were targeting me, because I was at that Starbucks for several hours and I was videoing an incident where a cop showed up across the street and the fire department was there, supposedly for some kind of carbon monoxide incident. They claimed it was a false alarm. So they knew I was there. I think they could be targeting me, so I'm going to look into this. If they are, it's a very serious crime. It violates U.S. Title 18, Section 242, not to use color of law to interfere with the constitutionally protected activity. So it is a felony. I'm going to look into that. As you know, corrupt governments do like to target reporters. It's sad, but this is something we need to look into. It's not as bad here as maybe Iran or Venezuela, but the globalists obviously wanted to get there. I might hang out for one more train. There's one coming at 13 minutes, heading to Santa Monica. But as you can see, I've been riding I actually got my light on. I was kind of dumb that I didn't know the light was working, and I see it's working now. So literally the guy gave me a ticket because I didn't turn my light on right after coming out of Starbucks. See, I got my light on here. So that's suspicious that only like less than a minute after I leave Starbucks, the cop stops me because of the light not working. And I told you there's another incident where I was observing cops parked in a red zone. This is Santa Monica. And they were the guy was getting his laundry. I said to him, I don't think it's policy to park in a red zone when you're doing a personal errand. And then instead of acknowledging that and being professional, he threatened to give me a ticket for riding my bike on the sidewalk. It's also technically a crime. It's called retaliation, interfering with a reporter, so it is pretty serious. A lot more serious than having your bike on a sidewalk. Technically, I wasn't really riding it. I had to get to that side of the sidewalk to do my job. They don't understand there's exigent circumstances. Whereas a reporter, if you need to quickly go into a location where you can observe, so I had to see if the cops were actually at the red zone. So I can only do that quickly on a bike. But apparently they don't understand that there is exigent circumstances, but of course they'll use that excuse to do whatever they want. So there you go with the double standard. All right, so we got 11 minutes. They do at least have cameras here. So I actually like cameras. But the problem is if it's just Big Brother with the cameras or Big Sister, that's not good. We also need people like me in control of surveillance. We need regular citizens and reporters also surveilling the social environment, because we can't really trust big government with these cameras. We don't know, they could alter it. As you know, a lot of police shut their body cams off if they're doing something illegal, like planting a gun on somebody. That's why we need independent media like me documenting. But it is very unusual how quiet it is out here. Like I said, there's some very strange things going on the West Coast here. Like I said, I think they are pushing Americans out. I was bicycling around these neighborhoods, and there's almost no traffic. The cars I have seen driving, usually speeding. Like I said, I've seen zero cops stopping any speeders, which is a lot more dangerous than riding on your bicycle in the bike lane. I was in the bike lane. It's a lot more dangerous than a big car or truck speeding, running stop signs, and I never see cops stopping anybody for those violations. It's like I told the cop earlier, that does violate the 14th Amendment, equal protection under the law. And then, like I said, if my investigation finds they're targeting me because I'm a reporter and they don't like what I'm reporting on them not doing their jobs, that does constitute a felony. So it's sad that we're in this situation, but it's not unusual. We know from history that governments get very corrupt. Like I said, we're kind of living in a plutocracy, not really a democracy or a constitutional republic anymore. That's what it's supposed to be. But we do have very wealthy, dangerous people. I would say it's like a combination of fascism and communism, and they consider most humans expendable now. So very dangerous times, guys. Okay, I'm at 7 minutes on this report, debating whether to stick around. Got 8 minutes for the train. Might give it the full 8 minutes because the light rail is important. All these crimes going on the train, and like I said, I never see the police patrolling the trains, and they get a huge budget. So I'm here at 26th Street in Bergamot. The other thing is, why aren't the Santa Monica police patrolling around this station? They should be periodically driving by this station. People do not feel safe getting off these trains. I've noted that I never see women and kids on the trains. That's a sign of failure by law enforcement. I'm a grown man, so I'm willing to take some chances. I don't feel safe either out here. But I'm a grown man, you know, I've been in dangerous situations. But I do feel bad for women and kids if they need to be somewhere. They don't feel safe on these trains. And that's a failure of law enforcement if they're doing their job. Anybody, seniors, women, kids, should be able to ride trains whenever they want. So this is a failure of law enforcement and government. As you can see, not one police car has gone by this station, but for some reason they were able to stop me within 1 minute after I leave Starbucks. Like I said, that's a very clear indication they were kind of stalking me. Because I told them I never see them out. Like, you don't see one of them patrolling. I haven't seen one cop go by here. I'm going to go back over there, see if they're actually doing any law enforcement. I think the guy lied. He claimed he was stopping people, motorists. I don't believe that. I'm sure it happens, but it's rare. I rarely see. I literally have been investigating police here for the last 2 weeks and can count maybe 2 or 3 times when they stopped motorists. One of them was a black lady that had a yellow sticker, expired sticker. Like I said, that was another evidence of two-tiered policing, because the cop didn't want to listen to me. But all these, like I said, most of the blue-collar jobs are foreign illegal Latinos. And when I was in Manhattan Beach and here, I would say at least half of them have expired stickers on their license plates, and I never seen one stopped. I've been a reporter about 6-7 years. I literally haven't seen any foreign Latino stopped for any kind of traffic violations. Only time I seen it was in Phoenix, Arizona. I was observing, she had a foreign accent, Latino woman, hit a pedestrian in the crosswalk, pretty serious. So once in a while, though, when they have to, so you hit somebody, seriously injure them, then they basically have to talk to the illegals. But what's interesting is they let her go. They didn't give her any kind of drug test or DUI test. When if it were you or me, we would have gotten, justifiably, I should say, we would have been tested. But it was a glaring example of two-tier policing, because it was a foreign Latino woman, probably illegal. The Phoenix lady cop did not do any kind of testing on her, and she ran into a guy at a crosswalk. Any competent driver wouldn't have done that. That's never happened to me. And so basically she let the woman go. She didn't get arrested. I didn't see her get tested. And all the woman cop did was tell her buddies to harass me for videoing. So, that's another indication of two-tiered policing. The police trying to cover it up. They don't want people to see that they're giving the illegal special treatment. This is a global phenomena. If you've been following Rebel News and 2CTV, in England and the United Kingdom, they're giving the Muslim migrants that are very hostile, engaged in a lot of crimes, child trafficking, raping, murdering. They're giving free luxury housing. They're committing serious violent crimes on the native English people. And they never get arrested, only rarely, like if they kill somebody. Then they got to put them in jail, but then they might only get a couple years. And then the two-tiered part is if an English person, like they've had ladies with kids, literally mothers with kids, that if they complain about this on Facebook, they've actually been putting them in jail. One woman actually got put in jail for 3 years just because she complained about Muslims committing crimes, just because she used the word Muslims, which is just stating reality. But that's what you call two-tiered policing, guys. Totally unequal treatment. That's what's happening here. Not as bad yet, but we don't want it to get as bad as United Kingdom, obviously. So I'm at 13 minutes. I see like one guy showing up. I don't know if that guy's a real security guy. But definitely no Santa Monica police. This is something that they should be checking out. They should be driving by here to protect people, safety. Are you security guard here? Are you security guard for the train? You do security for the train?
Why are you reporting me?
Because I'm a reporter. You know what press? You know what press is? I'm a reporter. I'm doing a story on press. I'm doing a story about safety on the train.
Yeah, I'm not no security guard for this place.
All right, no problem, man.
Don't be recording me though.
I have a right to do that. We're in public. Are you threatening me now? Don't threaten me, dude. It'd be a really bad idea. Don't come near me. Why are you following me?
Why the fuck are you recording me?
I told you I'm a reporter. I'm doing a story on the station. I do what I want. See, this guy's threatening me. Better stop threatening me, dude. Okay, so that guy just started threatening me for recording. That's why we need real security here. But you can see, I don't see any security guards on the train. See no security here on the train, guys. So you got all these cars here, no security.